Alrighty, so today we are taking in for the first time our baby Sturbe Cories and a batch of baby bristlenose. So it's going to be a very fun episode. Stay tuned guys and we'll get to it. So if you guys have been watching for a while, you've seen these baby Cories slowly growing up week by week. Same with these bristlenose. It's finally time. Take them into the fish shop today. We're going to bag up these. I think we're going to try and get for like 20, 25 of the Sturbes and about the same for the bristlenose. If we get a few more, it'd be nice to get about 30, but we'll try and keep them all the same size. So we're going to go ahead and bag up all these fish now. We're not going to take any of the rainbow fish in. We're just taking in some Sturbe Corridoras and some some normal bristlenose. These guys are about, I'd say about 3 months old now, and there's still a few small ones in here because it's different size batches. So these aren't all from the one spawn. These are from like multiple spawns over the course of about 2 to 3 weeks. So we're gonna take the bigger ones in. Obviously, this one here is looking quite nice and chunky. There's a fair few of them in the back there that are looking the same. So I'm really, really excited because we haven't taken these into the fish shop before, and I think someone is going to pick up a school of these Cories and be very happy. Same with the bristlenose, decent size, still a little bit small, but that's kind of what you want. Grow them out in your water and they're going to do just fine. They're going to eat plenty of algae at the smaller size as well, and they are going to be a lovely fish to help clean up your tank and to enjoy. Alrighty guys, been catching some fish, and let me give you guys a heads up. If you guys are going to plant your fish tanks in where you catch fish, just be aware, if you're catching bottom dwelling fish like plecos or corridoras, it is a mission. So I tried to not wreck my plant as best I could. I had to pull my sponge filters out and stuff like that because the bristlenose kept going like underneath and making it almost impossible to catch. So we went for the bristlenose first. We've got 30 here in this bag, nice looking size. Already a bit of poo in the bottom of the bag unfortunately, but they are getting ready to go straight to the fish shop. So there's 30 decent sized little bristlenose in here, and now we're gonna have fun catching all the Sturbes out. So I'll be back once I finish catching them. So here's our beautiful Sturbe Corridoras. They are going into the fish shop as well. So we've got 2 bags going into the shop today. We've got 30 Sturbe Cories and 30 normal bristlenose going into my local fish shop. So very, very exciting. It's the first time I've taken both of these species of fish into the fish shop. So it is a very exciting time for me, and these guys are looking happy and chunky. Alrighty, we are back from the fish shop. We've delivered our Cories and our bristlenose. So like I said, we got 30 and 30. They went well. Shop looks happy with them. So we'll see them hopefully get sold, and they'll get sold really, really well, because they're a decent sized little Sturbe Cory and they're a decent sized little bristlenose. So there's a couple of small ones in here. There's probably about 10 or 15 smaller Cories I've got left over in here, and I think there's about the same maybe of bristlenose somewhere hiding. And basically now all that's left in this tank except for that is all these Goiter River rainbows, which will hopefully take some into the shop next week. They're just not quite ready to take in this week. I want to give them just that little bit bigger. Not all of these are going to go in at once, obviously. There's a couple of different size ratios in this batch, but we've got a decent amount ready to go maybe in the next week or so. So next week we'll be taking in some Goiter River rainbows and hopefully some other fish as well. But I'll show you guys some more updates on what's been going on. So up in this tank, these are what I call my hodgepodge guppies, and we've got a rogue rainbow fish in here as well. But these are all the guppies from one of my ponds. I also have red tuxedo guppies as well, but they're getting a little bit too cold where I live. So we sort of live in a subtropic environment. So in summer it's really, really hot, really good for ponds and stuff. You can have heaps of fish out in the ponds during the summer and the spring. And this year we're getting a little bit colder than usual, a little bit earlier, and I don't want to put heaters in my ponds. So I had to make some space, but basically moved all of my guppies into the fish room. And what I like to do when I've moved stuff in from a pond, I like to just deworm them and just keep them in quarantine for 2 or 3 weeks just to make sure everything's all good, because you sort of look from the top down on your ponds. You don't fully see what's, everything that's going on in the pond. And now I've moved them into the tank, I can have a good look, and there's some nice colors coming out in here. There's a bit of work that needs to be done, but we're going to deworm them, just make sure everything's good, and then we're going to start pumping out guppies like crazy. So down in this tank we have our red tuxedo guppies, and there's a couple of ones in here that since they've been in the pond for over a year because I didn't take them out last winter. I actually left a heater in the pond, and that was a very big mistake for the electricity bill. But this year round, we're gonna bring them in, we've brought them in, sorry, and we're gonna worm these guys as well, just to be sure. I don't think they've got parasites or anything wrong with them, but we always like to be sure just in the fish room. It's too much to risk. So some of them looking really, really good. Some of them need to be a bit like moved out and probably taken out and put into the hodgepodge one, because some of them aren't fully getting that nice red head on them like these big females just here. But these are the red tuxedo guppies, and I am gonna start breeding these like crazy once they're out of quarantine. But they're a really, really nice looking guppy. I just really like the red head on them. And basically that is what is going on this week in the fish room. There's not a huge lot going on, so it's going to be a short and sweet video. But if you liked what you've seen so far, hit that thumbs up button for me. It really means a lot, and your support is really greatly appreciated. If you haven't hit that subscribe button already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well. And with that, guys, go check out some of my other videos here up on the screen now, and I will see you guys in next week's episode. Thanks for watching.